Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to this week's live stream. As always, I'm going to share this into the Leather Tamers Facebook group, and if you're not already a part of that group, I would love to invite you to join us. It's an awesome group. It's growing every week, and it's full of really talented, amazing leather workers who are creating all kinds of great leather work. And we're talking about how to start businesses in the Leather Tamers, how to start your leather goods business, how to jumpstart your leather goods business if you've been at it for a little bit, and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so that is in the Leather Tamers. So welcome everybody. So this week, today, I want to talk to you about the quickest way to a profitable leather goods business and how to go from making leather goods that nobody is buying to making leather goods that lots of people are buying, right? Sounds pretty good. So if you're just joining us for the first time this week, my name is Mary and I am the creator of theleatherbeast.com. I work with leather crafters just like you, helping them go from stagnant and non-existent leather businesses to creating those profitable leather businesses and making consistent sales month after month. So how do I do that? You might be wondering. Well, I help leather crafters just like you get past the three most common mistakes that I see leather crafters making over and over again. I help them get clear on what they have to offer, who their customer is, and how to drive traffic to their website with marketing methods that work, right? Because that is what it is all about. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, and if you'd like to go from stagnant leather business with no sales to consistent sales month after month, I'd like to invite you to join me in the free workshop that I have up at lucrativeleathercraft.com. You can click the link in the description around this video to watch that free workshop immediately. You just got to enter your email address so I know where to send it. And it talks all about how to know what you have to offer to your customer, how to know who that customer is, and how to promote to them. So it really gives you a really good foundation for your leather business. And it might just be just what you are missing in your leather goods business. It might just mean that one little tweak that you need to really increase those sales and start to really build a business that's going to grow and grow and grow. So before we dive into the quickest way, our topic today, the quickest way to a profitable leather goods business, I want to share this week's friendly comment. That's what I'm calling it right now. I'm not sure what to call it, but every week I'd like to just kind of give back to you guys who give so much to me all throughout the week with all of your likes and comments and engaging with me on the Instagram feed and the Facebook groups. So this week, this is the comment that really made me smile from Dragoon.Industries on Instagram. And she says, "Every day I look to your page as a place to remind myself of my purpose and why I do what I do. Thank you for your encouragement." Thank you so much. I also want to say thank you to everybody again for responding to the survey I did last Monday, I think, or the Monday before. I got so many amazing responses from you guys. You really showed up for that little tiny survey and you gave me some amazing questions. And so I've gone ahead and I've outlined the next 2 to 3 months worth of content based specifically on all of the things that you guys have said you have questions about. So some upcoming posts are the ultimate two-step pricing strategy for your leather work. There were a lot of people who had questions about pricing. 3 ways to find your customer that wants what you are selling. There were a lot of questions about how to find your customer, how to get in front of that audience, how to really tap into the market that wants what you have to sell. There were some questions about time management, how to really manage running a leather business when you have other things like household responsibilities, kids, a family, just general life stuff. We're all busy, but we have the same 24 hours in every day. So I have a post coming up about time management, how to gain, no joke, how to gain 75 hours back per month to use to work on your business. I have some really good tips in that one. Hi, Night Theron Leather. The most profitable leather goods to make and sell. There were questions about, what should I make? What is going to sell? And 5 ways to get over imposter syndrome, feeling like your leather work isn't good enough. I love that question because to be honest, it never goes away. It's something that I deal with on a weekly basis. And it's just something that you have to learn how to deal with. So that's going to be a really good post coming out. And of course, I'll let you know when all of those are available. So I can't wait to share all that information with you. And without further ado, I want to get into today's topic, which again is the quickest way to a profitable leather goods business. This is up on the blog now. If you would rather read it, it's over there. Just head to leatherbeast.com and you'll find the blog tab. Okay, so a lot of leather makers, a lot of leathersmiths, they make this mistake of building their leather business based upon, hey, I like making this thing. I think it's really cool. And now once I've made it, let me just share it with the world and tell everybody and anyone who will listen. But the problem with that is that you're focusing on what you like to make and what you like to create and not what your customer needs or wants. So that's kind of like the golden rule. Your focus is on you when it needs to be on your customer. But the quickest way to a profitable leather goods business is to make and sell leather goods that solve a problem for your customer. Because you can absolutely grind out a business by hustling your butt off, trying to find customers that want the things that you like, trying to talk them into buying your leather goods that you make, but you're really going to have to hustle and you're probably going to have to underprice your leather work. Maybe some of you are nodding your heads right now because that's already what you're doing and you're having a really hard time. It's an uphill battle when you come at it like that. So instead, the quickest way to create a profitable leather goods business is to instead focus on your customer and solving a problem that they have with your leather goods. So if your ultimate goal is to sell your leather work and create this business, then you need to have that problem that you're solving, or you need to have a product that is making someone's life easier, or at least is making a very specific group of people happier or bringing them joy, but it has to be really specific because that is how you get at your ideal customer. And that's how you really focus in and niche down. And another thing that happens when you come at your business from this angle of giving your customer a solution to their problem, it really reveals 3 amazing things to you. It gives you the answers to these 3 questions that I think are the biggest questions that new leather workers and even established leather workers have. Okay, so let's go through those questions. Number 1, who is my ideal customer, right? This is like one of the biggest questions that we have when we start a business. But when you are coming at your customer with a solution to a problem that they have, it's really clear who your ideal customer is, right? You automatically know your customer is all those people that are suffering from that problem that you're solving. So I'm doing quotes because suffering makes you feel like you're like dying or something, but just stick with me. So here's an example. Say you make leather guitar straps. This solves the problem of holding a guitar for musicians, right? So I didn't say the problem had to be this earth-shattering, life-saving problem, but it's something that people need. It's something that helps them, right? So there are a lot of groups of people who could be suffering from this problem, right? It could be people who play a specific type of guitar that need a specific type of strap. Maybe they play an electric guitar versus an acoustic versus a banjo versus, I don't know, a mandolin. These are all probably different types of straps. Or it's people who play a different type of music that want a certain style or look to their strap. I have a couple of brothers who play bluegrass. They also play metal guitar music. So it's like those are two completely different looks to a strap. Your customer could be music stores, people who sell music equipment. It could be music teachers. You know, there's lots of different markets that open up once you get specific with what problem you are solving and who has that problem. So that's how you find who your ideal customer is. And I talk a lot about this in my program, Lucrative Leathercraft, because I think it is it's one of the three cornerstones to be able to create a successful, profitable business that you can really depend on, and you can depend on those consistent sales, because it's a foundational thing. Once you know this, you know who to go after. There's no more question about it. Okay, so number two, the second question that becomes really clear once you know what problem you're solving is how to attract your ideal customer now. Because now you know who they are and what they look like, you can make a lot better guesses at where to find them, and then the things that you can add to your marketing strategy, your Instagram posts, all your Facebooking, to attract them to your brand. So here's another example. Maybe you make something that makes someone's life easy, like leather accessories for the kitchen. Now, is this specific? Yeah, it is. And that is a good thing. So it could be like leather pot holders or leather trivets, you know, things that you can use in the kitchen. So you would probably guess that this would be, your ideal customer would be people who like to cook, right? You would be right. Or it's people who like to host dinner parties, or it's foodies, you know, people who are really into like gourmet food and they want the coolest stuff for their kitchen, and whenever they're doing their foodie videos online and things like that. Again, it could be cooking supply shops. There's a really cute little cooking shop in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And I'm not really a big cook, but I'm drawn to this store because it's really boutique-y and they have cool stuff like this, like very specific leather accessories for the kitchen. Anyways, so now knowing that, now you can start to go on Instagram and use hashtags like hashtag foodie, hashtag kitchen accessories, hashtag kitchen supply, hashtag kitchen design, and find your ideal customer that's going to be attracted to your leather kitchen accessories. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me kind of so far on this? Okay. Now the third question that becomes really clear, that is another big thing that we all want, is how to get the eyes on our website. Hello from the Philippines. Hi, Zebi and Manol. I can't pronounce your name. So creating a product that solves a problem ensures that you not only know who your ideal customer is and how to find and attract them, but it also makes your marketing and promotion strategy really clear, right? So remember those massive problems that you've been struggling with for months or years, like how do I drive traffic to my website? How do I promote my leather goods to my ideal customer? How do I get more eyeballs on my leather goods? Because that's what you need, right? You need the views on your website in order to make sales. But now that you know who your ideal customer is, and it's, in this case, it's the person who is suffering from the problem, you can dangle that solution right in front of them. Think about it. If you had a problem and someone was like, hey, I see your problem, I have just the thing for you, that would be an easy yes, right? You'd be like, yes, please give me the solution to the problem. It's an easy sale when you have a solution to something that somebody else is suffering from. So solve the problem and you will build a fast and profitable leather goods business. That is my key takeaway from this video today. When you know who is suffering from the problem that you have the solution to, you've just created a really solid framework for your profitable leather goods business. It's a business that cannot fail. It can't, really. Because think about it, if there's people who need what you have and you're providing it to them, bingo. It's like the perfect formula. I talk about this a lot in Lucrative Leathercraft. A product that solves the problem or the solution, your product is the solution, plus the sufferer or your ideal customer equals a profitable leather goods business. Make sense? I love the formula. I love it when you can kind of like really boil it down and get right to the meat out of it. So if you don't yet have a product, some of you might be thinking, well, I want to start a leather goods business, but I don't really know what to sell. I don't have anything yet. I haven't started. That's great. I would start with researching your customer, researching a problem, just taking some time to think about everyday problems that you might be able to solve. Start there and then work backwards from that. And if you already have a leather goods line, then start with determining what it is that you offer and how that is helping a specific group of people. Really ask yourself, how is this wallet or this handbag helping a specific group of people, and who is that specific group? Because in the end, there's not really one leather good across the board that's going to be like, ding, 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 here's your perfect seller. This is going to sell across all markets, in all locations, in, at all times of the year and all of that. It's just, there's not one leather good. What sells really well for your audience might totally not sell very well with my audience at all. It really depends on your customer and your audience. Your leather goods business is first and foremost about helping your customer. But that doesn't mean that you can't also make something that you love too and that you love making. That's kind of where you have to that's the intersection that you have to come to. Making something that your customer wants, that's going to be the priority. That's kind of like number one. And number two is making sure that thing that you're making is something that you actually like making. I would never suggest that you say, oh, there's a problem I can solve. I don't really want to make that thing, but it's a problem that I can solve, because you're going to hate yourself. You're going to hate your business. You're going to build something that you hate working in. So make sure you have those two factors, but make sure your customer comes first. All right, guys, that is the video for this week. Thank you so much, Instagram, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who's watching on the Facebook page, on YouTube, in the Leather Tamers, on Pinterest, everywhere. I'm everywhere. And again, if you want to learn more about these three things in great detail, I would highly recommend you watch the workshop that I have. It's called 5X Your Leather Goods Business. So sort of like 5 times what your leather goods business is doing now, make it like increase 5 times. And I talk a lot about knowing what you have to offer as a business, who you're offering it to, and promoting those things. So if you got a lot out of this, you're going to love that workshop. You can head to lucrativeleathercraft.com and just enter your email address, and I'll email it to you right away, and you can watch it right away while you're, on your lunch break, or while you're doing the dishes, or while you're driving a car. That wouldn't be good. All right, guys, that's it. Oh, I have a question here. Do I need to put my logo on my products? Yeah, put your logo on your products. I mean, that would probably be a good idea. I have a maker's mark, then I stamp my name on all of my products. So yeah, go for it. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Happy Wednesday. Bye.